Hello, beautiful friends. It's Erica here to do the weekly energy forecast of the week of December 6th through 12th, 2021. We are rapidly approaching the end of this year, and thank the Lord, right? I don't know about you, but I feel like this has been a very intense year of transitions, growth, purging, and releasing. So I'm very excited to be beginning 2022, actually, personally, because I feel like the energy coming in for that is just going to be a real fresh start, clean slate, because I think this has been a real year of empowering. So many of you guys that watch me, this is going to be recorded, and this weekly reading is going to be done in a different format today. I hope you enjoy it. But what I did is I connected and channeled a bunch of information about the energies around this week, and I've taken a lot of notes, and I'm going to be sharing that with you today. So there will also be an extended version for those of you that do want to go more in depth, and that's where the link to get information on that is down below. But let's just get started. So what I was getting when I was first connecting was I was feeling that we've just been experiencing or still in the middle of a quantum leap, a quantum shift in frequencies of the planet. The way they showed it to me is it was like there was this massive elevation in the energies, and it was noticeable. So with that comes along the themes of this week, and I apologize, my dishwasher is beeping at me right now. What comes along with that quantum leap is a complete shift in energy. So the themes of this week center around a few things. The first being chaos and stormy energy. One of the things I was feeling strongly as well as I was connecting was I felt like the energies were very shaky and very wobbly, almost as though they were showing me like when you're walking on a platform that's like an inflatable platform that's floating on water, where you're trying to walk along and you can't really get sure footing, and it's sort of, depending on where you put your feet, the platform moves, and so it's very shaky and it's very wobbly. So don't be surprised if you're experiencing any of that energy this week. Some of you might be feeling a little bit discombobulated. That eclipse energy was pretty intense, and we're going to be feeling the effects of that for a while. But the chaos and the crazy energy you might be experiencing is really an activator for healing. If you're feeling any sense of upheaval in your life, please know that it's very restorative. It's meant to heal you. It's meant to shake things up. It's meant to kind of like break apart some of the, oh my God, they're giving me a really weird example, but like kind of break up the scar tissue. And when you sometimes have to break up scar tissue, you have to like massage it, and it's not very comfortable. But it's necessary to get the circulation going, to get the healing going. And that may be a bit of the energy that you're feeling this week. But it's really a week where you are very supported to step out of any routines, do something unexpected, do something differently. Maybe with this eclipse energy, there was some information that came in, or some unexpected news, or some sudden information that brought movement into your life in some area. But what this storm energy is about, and the chaos energy, it is helping to remove self-imposed blockages. So where have you kept yourself stuck? Where have you kept yourself limited? Where have you kept yourself in your safe bubble? Because we are all being called out of our comfort zones. And not everybody likes to do this. Yet when we are meant to ascend and we're meant to expand consciousness and the frequencies of the earth, it is necessary to get into that uncomfortable place. But when we do this is when we can experience incredible amounts of expansion. And that is the second theme of this week, is that energy of expanding, of growth, of flowering. So I was shown an image of a flower that's blossoming. So what is within you that is just wanting to come out, wanting to be seen, wanting to be shown? It's a strong week of what is unfolding from within you that is going to be visually expressed to the outside world. This could be the way you show up in the world. This could be what you're doing for work, what you're doing to make a living. But with this storm and chaos, it is in combination with that energy of expansion. And it's really interesting because as I was connecting before getting on camera, I felt a shift in even my own energy. They showed me expanded energy. They showed it to me. And then it was interesting when I was getting the messages, it was very clear that there's a reason they showed me that. But the third theme that's coming up for this week is awakened awareness. So this is where we are seeing beyond the veil. One of the most difficult things about being a spiritual being here in physical form on the planet at this time is that, we all hear about the veil. The veil is it makes us forget our power. It makes us forget who we really are, what we're here to do. And when we are getting that awakening, we're starting to see through that veil. You might notice this week where you might start to just have a greater understanding for why things are happening in your world the way that they are. And once you get a glimpse behind that veil, there's really no going back. It's almost like now you know what you're missing and you can't forget it. You can't forget that feeling of when you experience that incredible unconditional love that the divine gives us. Maybe it was like you had a moment where something happened and it's like you suddenly understood the greater meaning of everything. That is you getting a glimpse of who you truly are and what we are all capable of living here in our existence in this lifetime. And so it's like, again, asking us to get out of our comfort zone. And it's like, things are never going to be the same again. It's like, once we get a glimpse into the more, we can never really go back to being satisfied with just the everyday comfort zone. And so it's like, if you've been feeling this pull from your soul, there's a reason for it. It's definitely coming up in the energies. So in terms of what might be in our thoughts and in our minds, in our conscious minds this week, is there may have been a sudden movement or sudden information or some communication that may have just come in around the eclipse or is coming in for you this week that brings sudden movement. It's like suddenly things get out of stagnation and they begin to move. They begin to move in the direction they need to go. And while that may feel chaotic at times, it's bringing about a sense of renewed victory, like kind of coming out of the battle. We're moving into an energy of healing, of hope, of destiny, of being restored into understanding the greater vision. Because I was shown, there's this feeling of like suddenly we have a new clarity, a new insight. Something is moving in our lives now that is bringing us in a new direction. And it aligns us with hope and with healing. So if you've been feeling like things have been difficult, you've been feeling like things have like suddenly things are changing. This is a week where it's almost like they show you that the destination so that you can continue to get through what may be a bit of a challenging time. Now it's like it's where have you been sleeping at the wheel in your life? Like, where have you kind of been either feeling in your safe zone, in your healing, or maybe you've kind of fallen asleep at the wheel healing. I was shown somebody who was kind of like taking a nap under a tree. And it's like, yeah, they're taking a little rest, but it's like they're kind of sleeping on the job. And this is a week where we're getting force awakened into a situation that needs healing, that needs attention. And this can be for many of you that have been on a growth journey for a long time. is feeling like you may have something coming up that you thought you'd healed or worked on for a long time and you thought you were done with it. So if you have anything surfacing right now, again, around this eclipse energy, it's very, very likely that this may be happening for you. In my monthly readings I did on the monthly energies, it was coming up very strongly for the sacred feminine. The sacred feminine was getting surprised by something coming up that was like, I thought this was healed. I can't believe that I'm facing this again. So just know that it's coming up as one of the last remnants for it to be cleared once and for all. And we are coming up to the 12/12 portal at the end of this week, which is a massive ascension portal. I'll probably be doing a video about that on my Astrology and Zodiac channel. So if you haven't subscribed, do check that out. The link is down below in the description box. But we may feel this week in the emotions, there may be a real opening of the heart or an opportunity to open the heart where it's like, wow, like you might feel this tug of your heart that it needs to be open to a new opportunity in love, a new opportunity to elevate the amount of love you're experiencing in this world, or just the amount of happiness and emotional fulfillment. You also might feel a burst of intuitive information. People are getting a lot of downloads right now because we are getting bombarded with a lot of light codes. So you might suddenly discover you have a new intuitive gift, or suddenly you're like, wow, how did I know that? Or how did that seem so obvious? And how did I get it so right? So pay attention to that this week. We may feel a real strong desire to connect emotionally to others this week, where it's like we feel this pull from our heart space, where it's like, I just want to feel that. I just want to feel that energy. I want to feel that connection. And it might drive us to take charge of, for example, a relationship in our life. There may be a sense of really putting a close to things in the past. And if there's any missed opportunities from your past, this might be a little nudge from the universe to say, you know what, don't miss this chance to be happy now. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you would need to go back to whatever it was from the past, a missed opportunity. But this week is realigning it, but it could, for some of you, it might. But it's bringing us to remember, like, gosh, you know what, I blew it before, or I missed that chance before. I'm not going to do it again. You know, I've learned from that. I've learned what happens when I ignore that call of my soul. So definitely this is a week to not miss the chance to be happy. And truly to seize whatever magical opportunity is coming your way. We have the energy this week. If there's been a stuck situation in your life, you might get a sudden revelation that truly opens your heart. And it's almost like it's something that you've been intuitively waiting for and known that is coming, but it's almost like it's gonna bring you to make whatever necessary changes you need to make in your life in order to align with this new opportunity for happiness. And it's like we leave all the regrets behind this week. So who doesn't want to do that? And they were also showing me a vision of the universe kind of like tapping you on the shoulder and being like, okay, you've kind of been sleeping on the job. Time to wake up. Let's do this now. Time is now. You have no choice. There is a process at play. They showed it to me in the form of when a woman is 9 months pregnant and it's like suddenly labor begins in the middle of the night and she's like tapping her partner and saying like, okay, honey, gotta wake up, we gotta go, it's time. And it's like, wait, what? It's ready now. That's what the universe is doing this week. So there's this energy of like, okay, you might have been a little bit kind of waiting, and then boom, it's time. So I think that was even the theme of the eclipse reading that I did on my astrology channel, by the way. So it's really interesting that that came in again, but it's a celebratory energy of leaving the past behind. It's like, let's go. You might be a little nervous. You might be a little terrified. You might be a little scared, but it's all good. It's all bringing you into a really, really beautiful place. So it could be where there's a situation where maybe you once felt defeated, you felt like things weren't working, and now there's a massive chance to transform and heal the situation. So pay attention to that for some of you. Now, in terms of the energies that are going to be supporting us this week, we may feel like we're going to be offered new tangible opportunities. But it's an opportunity. Maybe it's a work opportunity. Maybe it's a new, just something that's new and different and tangible. It could be a new home, a new job, a new relationship, but something tangible is beginning this week. And it's also tied in with the theme of clarity and truth. It's like you're putting something in stone. It's like you're suddenly making something official. You're beginning something new. And it's ironic that I'm doing this video in this way, because I felt very called to do my videos in a new way this week. And here it is. There was a new opportunity being presented with clarity. It's about communication. It was the Ace of Swords that came through. So it's like I'm putting effort into bringing information in a new form. So you may feel that same thing this week. And the other supporting energy this week is that whatever you decide to put effort, dedicated effort into, if you're feeling that pull to something, there's a real great chance for success here. And so don't miss that chance. And you might also feel, again, if things have been sort of out of balance for a while, things have now, after this shakiness of the eclipse, you're going to find a new sense of balance that's going to give you the oomph to start something new. You might feel called to begin something new this week. Might feel ready to start something exciting that, again, has all of the makings of success and abundance. I was being shown the Empress card along with the King of Pentacles as I was bringing this energy through. So now let's look at what might be challenging this week. So kind of to pay attention to this. The challenging is you might feel a sense of chaos and confusion as the massive energies are integrating. You might not feel completely balanced. You might not be able to feel like you're on solid footing. And you might be trying to figure out how you feel about whatever's going on in your life. But until the balance is restored, there is balance being restored. But again, it's like that shakeup, but then things have to come back into integration. New energies, new information needs to be integrated. So that might be kind of rough for some people. So if you're having a hard time, you're feeling tired, exhausted, weepy, whatever it is, just make sure you take some time for self-care, because that's definitely something that's coming in here for this week. And one of the challenges as well is because we are all being called to taking action in a certain area of our life, the challenge is we might fall victim to complacency. We might kind of be like, well, I don't really want to do it right now, but it's like the universe is presenting the opportunity now. But the challenged energy is some of us might feel like, well, I'm not quite ready yet. I don't really want to do this yet, feeling complacent. And what also might be challenging for some people is breaking free of anything that's kept them constrained, having the courage to break out of something that is familiar, but is keeping you constrained, keeping you small. So that may be kind of the excuses coming in this week as well. No, I don't know if I can really break out of this now, or I can't get out of this relationship, or I can't get out of this prison of a job that is I'm miserable in, but I don't know what else is, yeah, this opportunity looks good, but I don't know, I'm kind of used to being here. I'm going to have to learn a new job. It's the end of the year. It's like the holidays. I don't really want to be starting this now. Pay attention. That could be the inner saboteur coming in, but that might be a challenge for some people this week. And also having patience while the new energies integrate, having patience as things run their natural course of changing at a base level. And some of us might be, when things are having to integrate, we might have our fears come up. It's like there's been a big shakeup and now suddenly the fears kick in. So that might be a bit of a challenge for some people. So very, very powerful week here for really beginning. I'm being shown like someone, like a big step up, like moving your life into a new level, but it's a little scary to do this. So I'm going to get to the guidance for this week. What is the best guidance to navigate the energies of this week? Well, I'll be getting more into the guidance in the extended video. And we're getting more in depth into how the energies of this week will be affecting relationships in particular. We'll look at how it's looking at affecting career and money, finances. We're also going to look at the lessons coming up for the week, the potential, more detail on the potential sabotage energy, and even more. You'll get the information on the link of what will be included. But let's get to the final guidance for the week. This is a week of where we're going to be really evaluating the new opportunity. So we're going to be looking at what is reciprocity. We're being given a beautiful new opportunity, but we do have to put effort into it. This is the law of giving and receiving, where we're not just gifted an opportunity and then, hey, great, we get to coast. Like, we have to put concerted effort and heart and soul into everything that we're doing if we're being given a golden opportunity. So we may be weighing the pros and cons this week. You might be looking at the trade-offs. It's like, okay, yes, I want to take this opportunity, but it means I'm going to have to shift this over here. I'm going to kind of adjust this over here, but man, this is a great opportunity. So there might be many opportunities coming in, but it is about you really evaluating where you want to put your heart and your soul and your dedicated effort into, because there is such a chance for success when you go all into whatever's being presented to you. And do not let fear guide your choices, guys. Fear is, again, false evidence appearing real. This came up in the eclipse reading. Don't let fear guide your decisions. This is where, the fear is trying to keep you small. It's trying to keep you limited. And going right back to the first message of the week is we're breaking out of self-imposed limitations. So I hope that this is helpful. I hope you have a beautiful week. Those of you that are interested, the December relationship kit videos are available. The link is down below. And stay tuned. To those of you in my inner circle, there will be a new email coming out with some new information and some new videos. So pay attention to your email. If you're interested in the inner circle membership, the details are down below. It's free to sign up. And I will be announcing something brand new coming up here very shortly. So stay tuned, and I hope you have a fabulous week. Until next time, I send you love. Bye.